New York City's police department, the largest in the country, is being ravaged by the coronavirus. More than 900 NYPD employees, including more than 800 police officers, have now tested positive. Our lead national correspondent, David Begnaud, is following the impact on first responders. David, what are they telling you?
Gail, get this. EMS responders here in New York City are getting nearly as many calls today as they did on September 11th. Think about that for a minute. And New York's governor says we could be 2 weeks away from what is the peak of the virus here.
The sounds of sirens in New York City right now really stand out. And that's because it's so much quieter here than normal. Everyone has been asked to stay inside.
So this is the scene outside my job right now.
This was the Lower East Side of Manhattan on Monday. A nurse from NYU Langone Hospital sent us this video. He told us there were 9 ambulances, all backed up, trying to get patients into the emergency room entrance.
We just showed our viewers video of ambulances backing up at the emergency room at NYU Langone. Have you seen that?
Every day.
Anthony Almagera is vice president of the New York City Fire Department's EMS Officers Union. He's also a lieutenant paramedic.
I've never seen 7,000 calls in EMS. To give you some perspective, that's more than 9/11. So basically, we've had 9/11 type calls for about 8 days now.
On Sunday, FDNY ambulance mechanic James Villecco died after being infected with the coronavirus. The FDNY says more than 260 of its members are currently infected.
I have never seen anything like this before in my career or in my lifetime, to be honest.
Lillian Bonsignor is the chief of EMS operations for the FDNY. It's gotten to the point that the FDNY is telling people this.
If you are not seriously sick, if you are not having a true emergency, stay home. Save 911 for those true emergencies.
When it comes to the NYPD, more than 800 police officers are infected with the virus. 4 members have died, including a detective who was a 23-year veteran of the force. Dermot Shea is the NYPD commissioner.
We are hurting, we are crying, and we continue to fight. We simply have no other choice.
Nearly 5,200 members of the NYPD force are sick right now. That's about a 14% rate for them. They usually run a rate of 3%. Now, most companies, including CBS, for example, I had to stay home after being exposed to a coworker who had the virus. Most people would be told if you're exposed, stay home as a precaution. The NYPD is saying if you're sick, stay home. But Gail, they're telling their members if you've been exposed to someone with the virus and you don't feel sick, we need you to keep working.
Boy, David, it's tough. This coronavirus has affected everybody, as we know. And listen, you don't want anybody to die, but it's always hard to me when I hear about first responders who are literally risking their lives to save strangers, to help others, and in the process sometimes lose their lives. It's a very tough story.
Listen, Gail, we keep hearing that there are first responders in emergency bay hospital rooms around the country who take a moment to cry on the side because they are working 15 and 16-hour days to answer every call coming in.
Well, I hope they know their work is appreciated. Every night at 7 o'clock on my street, I think it's happening all over the city, actually. People come out and give them a round of applause and a cheer. So I hope they know how much their work is appreciated and needed. David, thank you. Always good to see you.
We thank them.
Ahead, the high price.
You too.
Yes, we do.